I'll actually, to make it more interesting, I'll go away from calories. I spoke already enough about calories. I'm getting hungry from this topic.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the biggest issues we all have today around the world is labor shortages. Most of the industries are suffering tremendously from that, and actually also the entire food and agriculture ecosystem as well. And one of the areas specifically in agriculture is actually so manual in that sense. And I think what you're seeing, some very interesting companies, like we have a portfolio company of autonomous tractors, and the topic of how do you actually require, and going back to the point that the average European farmer is 57, and most of them actually also, when you check, they don't even have usually their kids do not want to go on into that business after that. So there's a huge shortage in that space. The same, by the way, if you look at the value chain of food manufacturing, if we go even up into the kind of restaurant business today, I mean, more autonomous, less waiters, less workers, not because the industry doesn't want to give work, there are actually no workers. And by the way, this is not a European issue, it's a global issue. So I think you're seeing now a lot of interesting ventures in the robotics, automation, that are basically trying to solve the labor shortages that we're having in the industry. So that's an area that I think is very interesting, and I think is just going to have, and we see more investment, more entrepreneurs. By the way, the entrepreneurs working, and this is an interesting point also to say, entrepreneurs working, the most interesting entrepreneurs and usually the most successful startups in the food and agriculture industry are usually people that didn't come from the industry, because they're actually bringing a know-how. If it's AI, it's biotech, it's robotics. Our autonomous tractor, I'm originally from Israel, it's actually people that were in the Israeli military managing the autonomous tanks and planes and drones, and they took that technology into agriculture and into tractors. So we're seeing a lot of industries that developed further, and entrepreneurs taking that know-how, that science, and applying it into the $8 trillion food and agriculture industry, which is one of the top 5 biggest industries in the world. And we also know it's the least digitized industry from all of them.